Another monster week for Bitcoin. It just continues to rally non-stop, no pullbacks. It is on an absolute tear right now, and we did not expect Bitcoin to just rally straight to 100,000. It's inches away right now. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about what we think is in store next for Bitcoin, and also, more importantly, we're going to be talking about the altcoin market, because I think that's where your opportunity is going to be now. With Bitcoin, your upside is going to be limited, whereas the altcoins is where you're going to see massive pumps like you've never seen before, and it's going to be absolutely mind-blowing. So this is your chance right now to make life-changing money. Whoever you are, whatever financial position you are in, this is the opportunity that you need to be capitalizing on, because you are not going to get these type of opportunities. They come around once every 4 years if you've been following the crypto cycle and you know what it's about. So we're going to be breaking that down on how to navigate this crypto market for the next few months, because these are your best few months ahead. If you don't capitalize on this, unfortunately, you'll be waiting and you'll be holding bags, because most retail are gonna, 97% of retail are gonna end up after this bull run with a loss, and they're gonna be carrying the bags, and you don't want to be one of those guys. So watch this video, subscribe to the channel, and learn how to navigate this cycle efficiently, effectively, so you can walk away with bags full of money instead of holding the bag for the whales. All right, so that's what you want. That's what we're going to be discussing now. Also, we're going to cover traditional markets. We're going to go through NQ and ES and what's in store for those markets, for the Santa rally that we usually see in December. We're going to be covering that as well. So stay tuned. It's going to be a bit of a long video, but hopefully you're going to take something from it. So let's get into the charts. All right, so what we can see here from Bitcoin is another monster week. I didn't quite expect it. I said in my last video that I expected a pullback. I didn't expect Bitcoin to hit, to go straight to 100K, but we are just inches away from, the 100 big psychological $100,000 level. Yeah, we hit 99. What did we come on here? Let's have a look at this. 10%, 11-12% on the week, guys. 99,700 almost, right? So we are just inches away to that big psychological level. What do we expect next? We're on the weekend right now, so not much price action on the weekends in crypto lately. It's been more in the altcoins. But what do I expect now from Bitcoin? December is a very bullish month historically for Bitcoin, and I expect nothing less than continuation to the upside. So let's see what we had, right? We had this upward trend line. I expected, because this is kind of a retail trend line, right? This is a retail trend line, like a triangle pattern. This is a very retail pattern. Usually for me, I would have expected a move down to get some stops and then a rally high, but it looks like retail are getting on board now. Retail are in the market, they're buying Bitcoin, and they have been pushing this price really high, and you can see this as well. I took that off. If I put that back on, okay, so you can even see when we broke out of this. Okay, when we broke out, we even got a back test, and we moved higher. So very classical chart pattern. Not one that I kind of follow the way I trade, but yeah, it worked for whoever was trading this, and we carried on pumping to the upside. Now what I expect from Bitcoin is December. I think we are gonna breach 100, maybe even get to 110, and then just like maybe just mess around for the month or so. I don't expect crazy 140, 150. I do not expect that. Maybe get a move down, move back up 105, and then December probably just chop around and that's when your altcoins and stuff like that, and we're going to talk about that in a minute, are going to really rally hard. Okay, because in the month of December, I don't see much upside on Bitcoin. Maybe 5-10%, but if you're happy with taking 5-10%, go ahead. But obviously, the action is in altcoin market, but we have to monitor Bitcoin, right? Because if it starts falling really hard, then altcoins are also going to fall really hard as well. But if we get sideways price action, because we are around that $100,000 level, then we can see altcoins getting a really nice rally to the upside. We have a lot of liquidations, obviously a lot of resting liquidity above the 100,000 psychological level, so we could easily push really high, a lot higher, to fuel a lot more liquidations, and then get a little chop around December, around the 100,000, maybe even down towards 95. Do I expect the CME gap? Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen now. Certainly not in December. I don't think this CME gap is coming down towards the CME gap. Maybe we get a pump towards January, end of January, 120, and then come down to the CME. Maybe. I just don't see how we get to the CME gap right now, unless we get a big change of market structure. Right now, this is just higher highs and higher lows. Higher high, higher low, higher high. Until we come down and kind of take this 86,000 pivot, this remains extremely bullish. So yeah, I expect more of the same from Bitcoin, if I'm honest. More of the same. Let's have a look at some volume. So we don't even have any naked pointer controls here. Let's have a look at the weekly naked pointer controls. If you have any weeklies. Okay, so we have one weekly naked pointer control sitting at around 91,000. Okay, this is a really nice volume profile. One can expect Bitcoin, so we can see a big bulge of volume here. Okay, so one could expect some support around this level. All right, so I expect Bitcoin, if it's going to come down, to get into here and then maybe rally towards $100,000. Yeah, that would be a really nice play on Bitcoin here. That'll be a really nice, to fill this imbalance, come down, take out some stops under this low as well. And then reverse the price and push towards that $100,000 level in December. I mean, this trend line will probably catch up as well. I'm not paying too much attention to that right now. But yeah, that will be my first level of interest. I'd want to see that holding, and then I move back up towards all-time highs. If this doesn't hold, then obviously we're gonna come down into previous highs here around 93k. That will be your next level of interest, where you might want to take a position long on Bitcoin. So I'll be monitoring this position here, this box. If I were to pull, so let's see if this when this thing got impulsive. Okay, I'm going to do it on the weekly actually. All right, so let's measure this from bottom to high. Okay, come out into the hourly time frame. This is a weekly fib level. Okay, I'll just put it down to this pivot. All right, so you can see yeah, so you can see 382 sits right on that box that we drew. So yeah, that would be really nice support into $95,000, and then get a nice move. So yeah, that's my plan for Bitcoin. It's getting almost oversold on a hourly, so we can expect this to start rotating higher again. But yeah, that's what I expect from Bitcoin. I don't expect too much fireworks until we until we get to 100, and then we'll have to see. But for me, the way you want to play this now, the way you want to navigate this cycle is you want to start looking at some altcoins. I have sold Bitcoin now, and I've rotated out of Bitcoin. I have rotated into altcoins, and yeah, let's take a look at this, right? So if we look at, oops, ranking, okay. So we've got, the top 10, 15 coins here. This is coinmarketcap.com. The 15 top market cap coins. I'm holding quite a lot of those coins. Solana, I'm holding Doge, I'm holding a little bit of Cardano, I'm holding AVAX. AVAX for me is one of my favorites. I think is a really good coin as well. I think that's going to do really well in this bull market. It's only a 16 billion market cap. I think this can get to 50, 60 billion by the end of this cycle. DOT is making a nice move as well. Link is one of my favorites. I think this is gonna come back really hard. It's only 10 billion right now. 40 billion, 50 billion is on the cards for Link. But if we look at some of these charts, I think this is where you want to be putting your money now. I think Bitcoin has limited upside. Even if you get to like 150,000 from here, it's like a 50% increase. Okay, nothing small, nothing to be ignoring or anything like that. It's not small numbers, but you're going to make a lot bigger numbers on these coins. Solana for me is going to, top a cycle, you're probably looking at around $600-700. XRP, you're looking at around $3. Dogecoin, $1.5-2. So you're gonna get 3-4x's on these coins. And then so for me, these coins, this is where people are gonna rotate their money out. They're gonna take their money out of Bitcoin and start rotating that money into this. So what I think, let's have a look at Ethereum. So Ethereum has been underperforming Bitcoin so far. So if I look at, I've got to pull it out, 8 USDT. Okay, so yeah, ETH is doing pretty well in the last, couple of weeks since the election. We got a nice move, and this is a time I think Ethereum is gonna start outperforming Bitcoin. Even though it's been very sluggish, I think ETH will start outperforming here. I think this is not the one. Okay, yeah. So you can see Ethereum didn't really hit all-time highs last time around the first week of January, and then we got a little dip. After that, we went all the way, we 5x'd, whereas Bitcoin did a 2.5x. But this is I expect the same thing this time around as well. I feel like in this next month, Ethereum is going to make a nice move towards the all-time highs, and in January you can expect for Ethereum to start moving higher. I think it's going to start outperforming Bitcoin. If we look at the Ethereum Bitcoin charts, we are down in these levels, big support levels here now. This is a big support level. This is a big support. We can drop maybe one more leg down into this massive demand zone, and then I fully expect this to bottom, and then ETH to start outperforming Bitcoin. So for me, yeah, I want to start rotating out Bitcoin into Ethereum and into other coins. Ethereum would be a good buy here, guys. All right, Ethereum would be a good buy if we get around this level, definitely. But if we start pumping from here, do not be surprised at that either. But yeah, for me, this is going to be a very, very interesting level on ETH. Solana is almost at all-time highs. Okay, almost at all-time highs. We almost got there. We front run it a little bit. Yeah, this is a coin. What a crazy coin. This is a beautiful coin, right? It's a beautiful coin. Solana, for me, is gonna, I think it's gonna outperform Bitcoin for sure. I'm not sure it's gonna outperform Ethereum, as some people expect. I'm not sure about that. I think, you know, $700-800, one can expect a big pump. You know, something like this. Around 800 for me is you know, you'd be trying, you'd be looking to sell if this thing got to 800. But for me, conservative targets around 500. I'll start selling into 500. I do hold this from around, you know, 130, $140, even lower. I was buying this thing from 113, 112 when Bitcoin was in its correction. So was Solana. But it's a solid coin. You know, you're safe right now to be holding this. You don't want to be holding these altcoins during the bear market, obviously, but right now we are in a big bull market, and I expect nothing less than continuation to the upside. I expect this is almost at all-time highs. Doge, if you look at Dogecoin, right? So yeah, I expect in the next month, in the month of December, I expect these coins to start reaching towards their all-time highs. All right, so you know, Dogecoin is 75%, so you can expect a nice 75-80% return on your investment if you're buying Dogecoin here. I think, you know, in the month of December, January, we're gonna start approaching these all-time highs on these coins. If we look at ADA's had a really nice pump, but I expect continuation on this as well. I expect us to carry on pumping towards the all-time highs on these coins, okay, before any sort of pullback on this. So yeah, you can expect a 2-3x within the next, you know, 5-6 weeks. I mean, yeah, do your own research. Obviously, this is not financial advice, but for me, these coins are going to start pumping really hard. We already got a really hard pump on ADA over the last few weeks. You know, it's like double, tripled, yeah, triple, 2x. But I expect continuation. I mean, XRP, you can expect this to get towards, you know, near its all-time highs, which is a 1x from here, 2x. Okay, and one of my favorites is Link. I think Link is going to do really, really well. I think, you know, towards 40-45, one can expect a big rally on Link. It's actually a coin that does, you know, it's actually a useful coin, very useful blockchain. So I do believe we can get a nice pump on Link. We can also expect, what is the other one? AVAX is a really good one. I sent out this alert in the group when we were at 34. We got a pump to 45, but yeah, we're currently bouncing off this. You know, we rejected off the value area high, this volume profile. I expect continuation to the upside. This has got massive potential for me. We can expect, you know, continuation to the upside here, guys. A 2x, 3x in the next, you know, 5-6 weeks. So you want to start positioning yourself for these altcoins, because they're gonna do really well in this market. Okay, this is the time to get into altcoins. All right, so I'll stick with the safer coins. You know, your top 10, top 15. Once you've made money from there, then you want to start looking at allocating some of those profits into the more risky stuff. But we will talk about that when time comes, when we start approaching, you know, March, around February, March time, when the smaller cap coins start, you know, exploding to the upside. But you can use some of your profits, use house money, you know, recycle it, and you know, you can try and capture, you know, 10x's, 20x's with house money. And that's the way you want to be navigating that crypto cycle. You want to start with Bitcoin, then you go down to your top 10 coins, because all the money starts flooding into your top 10 coins, and then once people made money from there, they start flipping into the smaller stuff. And for me, the obvious one is going to be AI. I'll be looking at rotating all my profits, not all of them, like majority of my profits into AI coins. So that's the way I'm going to be approaching this crypto bull cycle. It's a very, very exciting time in the crypto market right now. I'm very much looking forward to the next few weeks on this. I mean, few months, not weeks, but yeah, a few months. I think this is going to last like 5-6 months, this bull market. Yeah, let's look at traditional markets. Let's have a look at traditional markets. We had a nice move on NASDAQ, the NQ, after we sold off last week. We had a really nice move on this. We got a, sorry, that's not the one. A 2.5% move on NASDAQ. You can see we come and bounced off this daily naked point of control here. Next resistance on NASDAQ for me would be this level here, around 21,072. For me, if you clear this, then it's going pretty much towards all-time highs. So yeah, if we clear this 21,049 level ish, you can expect a continuation, especially if we get above them, then back test it, right? If we do this, then you can expect continuation. But if we get up here and we see weakness, I'll be looking towards the value area high, or more towards this level, right? This will be your next support zone for me. Your big support zone will be this right here. All right, this is what I'd be looking for. And be a sweep of these lows here into this support zone. This is where your the edge of your volume profile is. So one could expect the price, if we start breaking down from here, or if we don't reach there and we start breaking down, then I'd be looking for the NQ to come down towards those price levels, and then December Santa rally back to all-time highs, guys. All right, really good times in the markets right now, and you need to be capitalizing on those. If you're a day trader, go ahead and click the link in the description. Join our Discord. It's completely free. I'm trading these markets every single day, and yeah, we're extracting money from these markets. It's fantastic day trading. Completely different to long-term analysis. We go down onto the smaller time frames and do our technical analysis on there using footprint, order flow tools. We look at ES, another big move on ES. We had bearish week last week and a very bullish week this week. This looks like it wants to go back to all-time highs, guys. All right, I don't see much resistance here on ES. I don't see much resistance. The only resistance I can see is here, right? That's the only resistance I see. Is the top of the range here, guys, right next to the all-time highs. But if it gets that far, it's not far away. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure we're going to see that, to be honest with you. I'm not sure we're going to see that, right? That's definitely resistance. It's definitely resistance. We can even put this box further down here. We can see all this supply, You can see this level is a very important level. So we could easily come up there and reject and then push towards all-time highs. But this is a big rally last week, right? Big rally. And this looks like it wants to go back to all-time highs. I can't really see that happening. I cannot really see that happening. But the only thing I would say is from Elliott wave, we have 5 waves down. And this could be your A, B, and C. And then, 5 waves down again into an ABC. And then, you look to play a reversal from an Elliott wave perspective. But we will have to see what happens on this. If we start breaking down, and we have some targets that we can look at further below, and you can see we got a really nice reaction of the monthly naked point of control. Nice bounce. If I pull a fixed range profile tool, okay, so yeah, this would be a zone right here, the value area low. This is, you know, the bottom half of this volume bulge, and this is where I'll be looking at ES, for ES to come next. You can see how rapid this went through. It sliced through like butter, right? This is a big move. This is election day actually, and just sliced through. So we could slice down equally as fast. So yeah, if we turn around here, if we do turn around here, then I'm expecting ES to reach here, and then all-time highs in the month of December. It'll be really nice. Yeah, so keeping it fairly simple. We'll have to see where ES takes us in the week, but like I said, I'm day trading these things every single day. But that's it for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you take something from it. Thank you for watching. Stay safe out there, traders. Peace.